In this session, I'm going to demonstrate how to grade student assignments or student papers in e-learning. So earlier we configured an assignment and the students are going to complete it and then they are going to submit the paper electronically back to us. Now to grade this assignment, we can click here on the assignment itself and we'll see the description and all the various requirements and such. And if we scroll further down, there's an option here for View All Submissions. This will give us a listing of all the students in the course here, along with the submissions and the papers that they have submitted for us to grade. Now in this case, notice it tells us that the student has submitted it and the time when they submitted it, as well as the document that they posted as well. Now to grade it, we click here under Grade. And then the system is going to give us a preview of the document that they submitted, of the assignment, here on the left. And then on the right-hand side, we'll have the link where we can download the original that they uploaded. Then we have the option here where to enter the grade, and also the option to put in feedback comments and simply type our notes in here and such after we posted our grade. Notice there are a couple options here for recording audio feedback and even video feedback as well for grading the student paper. And further down we have also here the feedback files that in case where we downloaded the student original paper and we wanted to use Microsoft Word for commenting and such, then we could upload that paper back to the student by dragging and dropping it in this area or browsing to add it from here. Now to preview the student paper, in some cases you'll see the front page will have content in there, but if you don't see the front page, go to the next page and you'll be able to preview each page of that specific student paper. And this is one of the pages. Now notice you have these tools here on the top, and this is inline grading. So you're basically grading and making comments in the document. And what happens is that every time the student submits it, even a Word document, the system is converting it into a PDF document behind the scenes and allowing you to make any of these modifications. So in this case, you can use any of these tools, the commenting tools. So basically you're writing or dragging a little box here, or however big you want to make that box, and you can put in there let's assume, and then notice that they become these little call out boxes all over the place. Additionally, you can use the pen tool here to circle items and make notes this way. So you're combining or moving from one to the other, and then you can just put in there a little comment. Notice you can also draw up various specific other boxes here as well, and go through that paper this way. By the way, if you needed to delete one of those comments or one of those objects and such, you'd have to choose here the little arrow icon and then go and select that object, and then notice there's a little delete button in the bottom right. Some faculty have trouble deleting stuff, so that's how you do it, to remove a component that you selected and such. Now once you have graded the paper, you'd scroll down here on the right hand side and you'd say, okay, this will be 89 points, and you can put additional comments in here. Say C It is best to put constructive comments, of course. The students are trying to learn from their mistakes, and that's what would be beneficial for them. So sufficient and impactful feedback and helpful feedback would be beneficial in this case. And then once you have posted your comments, you can press Save Changes or Save and show the next student. In the case where you're grading the paper and you want to download those papers in Microsoft Word and such, you can simply click here on the link for the assignment. Once it's downloaded, then go into the Review tab and then add various comments in there as well. Then once you're done with this paper, you're going to save it where you can find it. And then to upload it back to the student, then you can go here under Feedback Files and you can upload it by using the Add button and browsing for it. And then choosing Upload File. So in this case, the student will receive a graded paper with comments. But you don't need to do both these options. So you can either do the inline commenting here on the left, like we did earlier, or you can do the Word option and then attaching the feedback file. Now that you posted the comments and such, you can navigate to the next student either from the drop down here or choose Save and Show the Next. It'll show the next student. Or you can go back to the course, to the assignment here, and view all submissions. And then in this area, notice that the grade has been posted for this specific student, and then you can grade the next student's work. Now in this case, due to the testing environment here, no others have submitted a paper and such. Now, if you have a long list of students and you graded papers on regular paper and such, and you just want to enter the grades, there's an option here where you can enable right below the grade option to have a little box where you post the grades. And to enable that option, you have to go down here to the very bottom. So if you go under the assignment, so here's the assignment details. You basically clicked on the assignment, you saw the details. You scroll down to view all submissions, and then if you scroll further down, you can choose and enable here quick grading. Quick grading will allow you to simply post the grades for the students in your course. Let's say he submitted on paper here and he got 87, and then this one got 78, and this one got 23. Now you can choose to save. You have to save them, otherwise the system is not going to track them. So make sure anytime you're doing this, press Save Quick Grading Changes, and now those grades will be posted in the grade book. Notice you can also change how many assignments to show per page, so you can choose to show all of them. In that way you have a listing of all the students in the course listed in this page when you're viewing all the assignments. In some cases, you might also want to download, if you're using Microsoft Word for the comments and such, you might want to download all the papers for this assignment instead of doing them one by one. You can go here under Grading Action, and then you can choose to download all submissions. And that will create a zip file, and then you're going to extract them and work with each file individually. So that's a little bit more advanced and such. But this is the process for grading the assignments and such. Then if you go back to the course here, course homepage, you can also go to the grade book, and you'll notice that the grades at this point have been posted and trickling down from that specific assignment. So keep in mind, when you do the grading, do it from the assignment itself, and then they will trickle down to the grade book rather than coming and entering them directly on the grade book from here, because in this case you're overriding those grades. Also, another tip would be, if a student has not submitted their work, give them a 0 right there, and that will be posted as 0 in the grade book, and it will cause them to panic so that they will have to do the other assignments and such. Remember that by default, when a student does not have a grade for an assignment, they are not penalized in the system. So the best practice there is, even though there are some modifications you can make to count those as zeros, it's best to always assign a value to the student's work. And that's grading.